All right, so Adidas Pharrell Williams released a crazy pair of sneakers over Complex Con weekend in Las Vegas, and I was lucky enough to get my hands on a pair. This is the Jellyfish in the blue colorway. It is kind of like the orange one, but obviously blue accents instead. But this was my first time getting them in hand and on feet, and I wore them all day for Complex Con day 2, and then I wore them all day the next day traveling. Unfortunately, it was supposed to be a 3-hour event. It turned into like a a super long, like 9 or 10 hour event instead. So anyway, I've worn them a little bit, and I wanted to give you guys my overall thoughts on the Jellyfish. So let's go ahead and get right into the video. Now, I did want to show you guys that I do have a couple other chunky pairs out here for comparison. I have the Wave Runners, and then I also have the Balenciaga Triple S Adidas collaboration right here, which these things are absolutely crazy massive. But I definitely wanted to compare these two because they're both very just massive pairs of sneakers. I will say that the Balenciagas are much bigger and much heavier than the Jellyfish, but I did want to throw that out there and show you guys both of them. I want to give you guys Adidas description of this model just to get any more details because I haven't actually looked at it since I haven't picked up a pair of these yet. They are $300 at retail, which is a pretty hefty price for those that have been interested. It's literally like double the price of the Adistar Cushion 3s, which is the model that this one is based on. I did a review on the Adistar Cushion 3s on this channel already. If you guys want to go check out that video, I'll link it in the description. But this is like a very over exaggerated version of that pair, and it's like literally double the size and double the price. So $300 is the retail. The description says stylish shoes with a textile upper for everyday comfort. Step into a world of style and comfort with the PH Adidas Jellyfish shoes. These shoes are designed to make a statement, blending the iconic Adidas Originals aesthetic with a touch of Pharrell Williams' unique flair. The textile and synthetic upper offers a sleek look while the rubber outsole ensures durability and traction for everyday adventures. Crafted with cold cement construction, these shoes promise a regular fit that hugs your foot for comfortability. Whether you're strolling through the city or heading to a casual meetup, the PH Adistar Jellyfish shoes are your go-to choice for effortless style. The Adidas brand name is synonymous with quality, and these shoes are no exception. Embrace the lifestyle vibe and let your footwear do the talking with no tech concept. These shoes focus on pure design and comfort, making them a versatile option for your wardrobe. Now, I don't have the box with me right now. I'm actually having my stuff shipped back from Vegas. Shout out to Paul for helping me out because I copped quite a few things. But I actually wore these ones all day, Complex Con day 2, as I mentioned, and then I wore them all day on the plane and waiting for the plane and doing all the stuff. So comfort wise, how are they? I will tell you they are actually really comfortable. So I have a little bit of a wider foot in general. So I got mine in a size 9, not a 9.5. And I will tell you, like, I actually prefer the fit of the 9 better than the 9.5. With Adidas, sometimes it's difficult. It's true to size or maybe not. Superstars, I went with a size 9. Like for the Hellstars, I have a review of those coming soon as well. So I went with the 9 and the Jellyfish as well. Since they're such a big shoe, I just thought it would be the better move. And to be honest, I think that 9 was the right choice. Now the 9.5 probably would have worked as well if you just want a little bit of extra room, but these were a perfect fit for myself and happy that I went down a size, at least for myself. If you guys have a difference in opinion, of course, leave a comment for other people. But getting these in hand and then on feet, I was like, okay, this it feels different. Like it's definitely like kind of like an Adistar cushion, but it's again a magnified version. Because of the size of this midsole, they are pretty darn comfortable. And again, I have a wider foot and the width across the toe box section is perfect. It's not as wide as you could see from the outsole though, because the outsole is just absolutely massive. So comparison to like the Easy Wave Runner 700s, like there is a lot of extra gap, lots of extra tread on the bottom, making it just super ultra extra wide. However, on the inside of the shoe, you don't feel a lot of that because it's just extra width from the outsole that sticks out. So it fits like pretty much a standard pair, very much like the Adistar Cushion 3, since that again is the model that it's based off of. It's just the midsole and outsole are just insanely big. Now you do have a lot of different layers on this upper, a lot of like rubberized layers that are pretty wild, including the 3 stripes on each side. As you can see, I love the way that it kind of protrudes, and then the flow of the side sculptures are really cool as well. And in this case, I have 2 white lines that come down and then a blue line, and then they are segmented in between, as you can see. Actually, there's a couple other lines here as well that kind of offshoots down, but they don't stick out as far. And then you do have that rubberized material for the TPU cage as well. Now, one of the coolest things about these is actually the logo of the shoe. It looks like it says YS exclamation point jelly on the logo, but it actually is jelly on one side, and if you flip it, it says fish on the other side. I just think it's a really clever, cool way of creating a logo, and it definitely stands out. It does also highlight the name Virginia on the tongue, and then it does have the Adidas logo on top as well. So I like the branding that is very prominent there. And the logo on the tongue is done on this really long patch too, which is kind of cool. Has a blue trim and then kind of a silver color on this colorway, and it has a little bit of a background design to it as well. You do have the Adidas logo on the heel also. But obviously, you know it's an Adidas shoe because of the 3 stripes on the sides. It does say torsion system on the blue section of the midsole, and then also, as you could see, on the bottom of the outsole. And the torsion system is made for stability for the shoe. Obviously, you're not going to have any stability issues in this one because, again, it's so big and wide. As for the cushioning and what makes these comfortable, it does feature the Adiprene in the midsole. I was very curious if it was Adiprene Plus or what type of stuff was in here, but it just says plain and simple Adiprene on it. It is not like ultra squishy or anything like that for midsole, but it's like a little bit firmer. However, just the overall density of it is like perfect when you're walking around. It's obviously a heavier shoe anyway, and I'll get to the weight in a second. But honestly, I was really impressed with the overall comfort of this shoe. Now, this is also me going to Complex Con, and I brought a pair of Jordan 4s to wear, and I brought a pair of Dunks to wear. So obviously, when I threw these on immediately, I was like, these are definitely going to be the go instead of my Dornbecker 4s that I brought along because they're just insanely comfortable comparison to that. Comparison to max comfort sneakers that I do usually on my channel, like these ones are not like that type of caliber of comfort. But overall, considering the fact that it's like more or less like a designer piece that is also very comfortable and very wearable, and I wore them literally all day. I took a break from Complex Con from day 2 and went back, and we were just going to gamble a bit and go to dinner later. And I opted to stay in these all day instead of changing to my New Balance Fresh Foam X More V6s, which are insanely comfortable. So that like is a testament to the product. It's like actually a really comfortable pair. So as for the weights, these are 1 pound 3.7 ounces. So over a pound, 3 ounces. Wave Runners, 14.5 ounces. So obviously much heavier. Look at the reason why though. The rubber outsole is crazy. But this is the fun one. This is a brick. 1 pound, 15 ounces, almost 2 pounds for this one. So Balenciagas take the cake for sure for the heaviest pair that I have. To be honest, so the overall style of the Jellyfish is my favorite out of these 3. Like the Wave Runner is a classic. We love this shoe, but obviously, you know, the downfall of Yeezy and everything else. This is like such a fun, refreshing model. And it's very interesting because this was supposed to be the year of like sleek, minimalist sort of sneakers. I've seen a lot of like lower profile stuff. The Sambas were really big, Gazelles for a while. And so big and massive and chunky was not really the wave, right? Like as far as I know, it doesn't seem like it's been the wave, but now it is. And part of the reason why is because of this. Now they do have a takedown version as well that we saw obviously at Complex Con. I think the Upscale Vandal or something had a pair of them on. I don't know the name of that model, but it looks like a takedown version of the Jellyfish, which in my opinion is a pretty smart move from Adidas to be able to do something like that. Obviously, this is probably like a logistical nightmare to create just because of all the plastic TPU integrations on the sides of the shoes. It's probably pretty expensive to make, but it's also very large. Having a scaled down version that is a little bit more affordable and more accessible really means that you're going to be able to pump through more volume. So obviously the hype is really high right now on this model, but you guys know the way it goes. If Adidas made lots and lots of this model and lots of different colorways, the demand definitely goes down significantly, and then it's kind of like a dime a dozen pair again, which is hard to say because, again, you look at it, and once you get them in hand, you're like, it doesn't feel like a normal pair. There's definitely something special about them, but we've seen it happen, though. Like Pharrell NMDs, like those were excellent as well when they first started coming out, and then they released probably too many colorways and too many pairs just to satiate the palate of the masses. So instead, what they're doing this time, it looks like, is this is going to be more like the flagship pair that is a little bit more limited, and then they have the other pair that they're probably going to be bringing in and really making a lot of sales on those ones because it's kind of, again, the takedown approach. Some people actually think that the takedown version is a little bit better just because it looks a lot more functional, a little bit more narrow and just like normal size instead of the massive size that these ones are. Now, this isn't the first time Adidas did something like this that was successful because the other one that they made like somewhat similar is the Adi Zero Evo Pros. The Adistar Evo Pros are $500 at retail, which is obviously crazy astronomical. It's supposed to be the marathon running sneaker of choice. But then the Adistar Evo SL was the takedown version that they released at $150, made them in a bunch of different colorways, restocking the good colorways over and over again, the white ones and the black ones. And they have a bunch of good colorways of that model. It's a very good pair, and it's $150 versus the $500 for that ultra marathon pair. So like the idea that they're able to scale down the pair, super smart move, and they're moving numbers, and it's everybody's favorite. Like honestly, Complex did the top 10 sneakers of the year list, and that shoe was not on that list, and it definitely needed to be. Like, I don't even know. You have so many pairs of Jordans on that list, it was ridiculous, and you have a brand new pair that was changing the landscape, and they didn't even include it. Any which way, I mean, it is what it is. It's a hard list to come up with, but I digress. At the end of the day, I'm looking forward to the other version of these that are like the more minimal pair that will cost less, and I will definitely be doing a review of them on my channel when I get them as well. So subscribe and follow for those videos. But overall, what do you guys think about the jellyfish? I think it is a pretty incredible looking pair. Honestly, from images, I was like, it's kind of cool. But then when you get them in hand and you get them on feet, there is kind of a fun factor to the product. Like, it definitely is like very artistic. The sides and stuff I think look really cool. The sculpting looks excellent. Yes, it's an absolutely massive pair, and that was like the only downside for me. The fact that these are so massively big, and this is the shoe that I chose to wear on the plane. It was so crammed up in my little space I could barely move my feet because they're so big. But you know, that was my fault. I just was like, if I put them in my bag, they're gonna take up too much space in my bag. So I'm like, I'm stuck with wearing them. Jokes aside, though, I think it's a really fantastic pair, and it's really, really cool to see Pharrell have this spark again with Adidas. I mean, he did a lot of big things in the past. The human race line was massive. Then we've seen a lot of things come and go through the years, and it's so cool to see this at the forefront of a lot of people's like list of things to you know, be picking up. Now, the resale prices are nuts. I didn't even know it was like that for this shoe. It's just a pair that I've been trying to get my hands on at retail, and obviously been failing left and right. Lucked out on this one big time. But this one released not at ComplexCon, but at the Adidas flagship store in Vegas. And like, man, it's crazy to be able to get my hands on these. Appreciate the people that helped me make this happen, because this was really, really a special pair for me to be able to try out. One thing I did want to mention though as well, I believe this is the same as on the orange pair, but the sidewall under here, you can see there's a white mesh on top that has, it's like a double gauge mesh. You can see there's a larger gauge underneath it to make it a little bit more breathable. And then on the sides, this is actually done in like an olive color. I thought this was like gray, but it's actually olive like underneath. So kind of cool that there's like a white layer, then the olive layer. The olive layer, again, because it looks very like grayish, it just kind of blends in. But now that I have it in my lighting, I'm like, oh yeah, it's actually, it's not gray. The midsole and then the plastic TPU and stuff on the sides is actually not done in white either. It's done in kind of like a light tan color. So there is that as well. But the liner is done in white, and then the back tab back here is done in white as well. The only other thing I would suggest for Adidas is right now, like, this shoe is massively hot. Like, everybody wants this shoe. It's super ultra limited and very difficult to get your hands on. I went to Adidas website searching for the Adistar Cushion 3s, and they don't have them on their website anymore. And this is the prime time opportunity to be selling those on their website, because they were $150 at retail, but I remember I was posting them on sale for like 60 bucks. Like, so they had pairs that were available for sale, and now they don't have any more. In my opinion, they need to be re-releasing a lot of different colorways of the Adistar Cushion 3s, because this is the shoe that they blew up from that base model. That base model has an opportunity to generate a lot of sales as well. So hopefully we'll see more of those from Adidas pop up, and if they do, I'll try to link them in the description. But leave a comment, let me know what you guys think about the Jellyfish. Is it a pickup or not? Are you waiting for future colorways? I think the 4 colorways that they've dropped so far are pretty awesome. This is a super wearable colorway. Obviously, the black and the gray one I think is probably the most wearable. But then you have the orange colorway, which is the very first one. It's going to always be iconic because of that. And then the green colorway is kind of like the counterpart as well. But man, it'd be fun to get a rainbow of them. That's for sure. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about them. Thank you guys for stopping in and watching. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, and hopefully see you guys back on the channel for some more content soon. All right, peace, guys.